Hey, this is Oscar from Inlak'ech Coaching. I was recently working with a client of mine who told me that he has a tough time getting through the day because he has a moment that sets the tone for the whole rest of his day, where his own inner critic jumps up and starts criticizing him for all the different things that he hasn't done or hasn't accomplished, for not doing enough in each day. Does that sound familiar? So I told him, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to track when this happens, and we're going to figure out what the pattern is. And once we got the pattern down, then we're going to see what your triggers are, what gets that started. And so for a week, he had to write down every time he noticed that this inner critic came up. And what he found was that it happened over and over again at the same time of day. It happened in the morning, between getting up and finishing his first cup of coffee. He would go through and he would think of all the things that he had to accomplish but that he hadn't accomplished yet. And this set the tone for the rest of his day, which means that essentially that little behavioral pattern that happened within the first half an hour, 45 minutes of his day was affecting all the other, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, sometimes hours in his day. And so what I offered him was a practice that I want to teach you now. And it's a gratitude practice. All you have to do is find a quiet place to sit, a place where you can close your eyes. And your job is just to repeat thank you over and over again. And you're going to start out by first visualizing the cells in your body. Now, I want you, as you breathe, to really connect with your body, to really envision the cells that make up every tissue, every organ, every little part of your body. Just see them. And as you see them come up, just say thank you. Once you've done that, you're going to think of the tissues in your body. And again, as you visualize them, say thank you. Now the organs, thank you. Now the bones, thank you. Now the cardiovascular system, thank you. Now the neurological system, thank you. I want you to go through every part of your body that you can think of. And as an awareness of that part of your body arises, I want you to just express gratitude for it. Now, too often, we forget that we're incredibly blessed just to be here and just to be alive. And when we can stop and connect with our bodies and really feel the amazing quality of being alive, feel it through our bodies, through our cells, a lot of the other things that we worry about seem to be a bit less complicated. Now, this practice goes in concentric circles, so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And right now, I'm telling you, focus on your body. Focus on the cells in your body. Focus on the tissues in your body. Focus on each of the organs in your body. So as I go through, I think, heart, thank you. My lungs, thank you. My liver, thank you. My spleen, thank you. My brain, thank you. My eyes, thank you. My skin, thank you. Each little component part gets some love. Who doesn't like love? Well, you need to learn how to treat yourself that same way. You need to learn how to treat your body as a gift, something to be grateful for every day. But when you've gotten to a point where you're really used to this practice, then you start expanding that gratitude. You start taking it outwards. You start thinking about the place where you're sitting. You give thanks for that place. You think about the roof over your head. Again, you give thanks. You think about the environment outside your house, and you give gratitude for it. You thank the landscape. One by one, you thank all of the plants that you can remember. You thank all of the trees. You thank all of the birds and animals. Then you start thanking the people in your family and your friends, the people that are closest to you that you love very deeply. And one by one, you envision them, you see them in your mind's eye, and you just offer thanks. Nothing complicated, just thank you. Then the next person, thank you. And the next person, thank you. Then you're going to take this and start thinking of people that come into your life on a daily basis, more or less, but you don't really know who they are. They may be people you run into on the way to work or at the coffee shop or in the office or at school. And you've seen them once or twice, but you never really talked to them. And each time one of those people comes into mind, you're just going to thank them. When you've gone through all of those, you're going to start calling into mind the people that have really challenged you in your life. And this is where the work becomes work. You start thinking of all those people that have hurt you or wronged you or have caused you harm in some way. And for each one of them, as they arise, you're going to offer them the same thing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because every person that's been a part of your life, every being that's been a part of your life, every experience or circumstance has been there to get you to where you are now. And where you are now is incredibly sacred and beautiful. And it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Because you are alive. You are alive and you get to be here witnessing what life has for you. If you don't like the circumstances that you're in, then you can find support to help you change those circumstances. You can find support to help you find a way out. But don't get it wrong. It's a blessing that you are here now. You're a necessary part of all of this. And the more you learn to express gratitude to every tiny little component part that allows you to be here and be breathing, the closer you're going to get to a life that is fulfilling and meaningful, and that allows you to bring your deepest purpose into the world. So as you watch this, I ask you to just try it. Give it 10 days. Ideally, give it 30 days. And every time you feel something coming up that challenges you, that frightens you, every time that self-critic jumps into your head and starts berating you, find a place where you can have some time to yourself and go through this. and you'll see how quickly it changes. Let me know how it goes. Thank you.